Hey guys, this is Kent from GamesDen Games. Today I've got a new tactic for you on Football Manager 2021. Now, I know a lot of you have watched my other tactics videos. I've got a Football Manager playlist on the channel if you want to look at that. And I've got a tactic called Best Tactic, which was my first one, which I managed to do really well with West Ham. And then I made another tactic called my Super Tactic, which is really attacking and score tons of goals, but you do let a few in sometimes. Now this tactic, I'm going to call it my Uber tactic, because this tactic has been really good for me, and I'm going to show you firstly how well it's done for me so far. I'm only 10 games in, so we have to say that, but here we go. So I've played 10 and won 10, and I've got a goal difference of plus 31, and Man United are second, and they're also unbeaten, but they've drawn 2. So it shows you, and Liverpool third, they've only lost 1, and then Man City fourth, and they've lost none but drawn 3. This shows you how tough the Premier League is. It's by far the toughest league in the game, because look at that, the top four teams, we've lost 1 match between us, which is incredible, and we've played 41. So there you go. Anyway, this is why I needed such a good tactic, and I'll show you the schedule as well, to be honest. Here's when I started. Now, when I started doing the friendlies, I was absolutely beside myself, thinking, oh my god, this is incredible. The first 2 I was like, oh, I'm not sure, maybe it's not going to work, and then all of a sudden 12-1 against AZ, and then I had a 13-0 against Besiktas, and I was like, well, they're not like a non-league team. They're decent teams. So it's crazy. But then it calmed down in the real season. But I had high hopes after the first 3 matches, because I beat City 3-2, Liverpool 4-2, and then beat Man United in the European Super Cup final. And I was like, here we go. And since then, I've only lost 1. It was a real blip against Atletico. Don't know what happened there, but that's the only one I've won. I've won every single Premier League game. The best one being the 7-0 against Bournemouth. And then I've had a 7-2 against Shakhtar. Now, the other thing I would say it's important to do is on your training. If you look at my training, I've taken over the training. I'm doing tactical. This really makes a difference, especially with a new tactic. So select tactical for your training, right? I think I've covered everything. Now I need to show you. Let's just check what I was going to show you. Yeah. What I should also show you is, well, I'll show you on the tactic screen. Here's the tactic. This is my squad. Now I realise I do have some really good players in there, but some of them are good, not great. I picked up for a good price. Like my star players who I've spent all my money on was Donnarumma in goal, and obviously I've got Haaland up front. So at the start of the game, you can get him for 69 million, I think it is. He's got a clause. With the latest patch, the transfer update, that clause isn't in there anymore, so you can't get him, because this was pre-patch when I got him. Okay, and then I've just bought, weird one, I've just bought Troy Parrott, and you're thinking, really? But look, elite striker, he's 22 now in my game. I bought him from Tottenham for 65 million, but 7.38 rating, 3 goals, 4 assists, and he's playing as the false 9. Right, so let's crack on with the tactic. It's basically a 4-3-1-2. Okay, so you've got if we start from the back, you've got your keeper, who's a sweeper keeper on support. Now it's really important you do the exact same settings that I've done. Sweeper keeper, support from the left, inverted wing back left. He's on attacking. He came through my academy, Angol. Same with Salmon through my academy. He's a ball playing defender, set on defence. Edwards, another one through my academy. So that's 3 of my back 4. Didn't pay a penny for. Edwards, he's a ball playing defender on defence. And then Gvardiol, I paid decent money for, good young player. Inverted wing back, right, okay. I've got Kimmich is in the defensive midfield role. This guy can play anywhere. He's brilliant. I quite often play him. In 90% of the time, he plays at right back, and I can play. I've got Declan Rice, who I can play in here, and I've got Eduardo Camavinga, who can play there. So strength in depth. I haven't got the most massive squad though. So this is deep line playmaker support. That's important. Deep line playmaker support, and then winger support, and then hang on, what's this one? WM. Wide midfielder support. And then I've got attacking midfield. I've got Vlasic. So attacking midfielder on attack. Notice all the midfielders on support except him, attack. Got Parrott in the false 9, support. And I've got pressing forward, attack. Just making sure I got that right. Okay, and you can see, I know I can interchange that first 11 like I do a lot. You got the mentality on positive. Now if I click on in possession, so you can see attacking width fairly wide. Pass into space, I haven't got there, where are we? So I haven't got that clicked. I've got play out of defence. I used to have passing, forget that. Play out of defence, so you don't want that on. If it's not green, it's not selected. All right? Is that right? Or is that not right? Anyway, copy this exactly. I've confused myself now. What a plum. Failure to prepare to fail. Okay, here we go. Passing directness, shorter. Tempo, extremely high. Time wasting, never. Work the ball into the box. Okay, you can pause that so you can set it up for yourselves if you're on Xbox like I am. Now in transition, counter press and then counter, and then you've got slow pace down the goalkeeper, distribute to flanks and throw it long. Actually, what I didn't show you, oh no, here we go, it's this one. Here we go. Use the offside trap. I've got much higher line of engagement, but this time I've gone for the standard defensive line because I felt like my other formations, although you scored a bucket full of goals, they were open to the counter or really fast forwards because my line was too far up. So we've gone for the standard line this time, standard defensive width, and then prevent short goalkeeper distribution, extremely urgent. Okay, so you can pause those and you can get it exactly the same as me. What was I going to show you? The only thing is you could change this one to a winger if you wanted. I've got wide midfielder, you could change that to winger. But I've tried it if you push them up further and you will score a ton of goals, but you're more open at the back. And that's pretty much it. Let me make sure I haven't forgotten anything. I've pretty much shown you everything there. Yeah, I mean the only thing I could do is if I clicked on each player individually, but as long as you pick the same positions I've got here, you should be able to do it exactly. And like I said, on the training, important to pick tactical. That's the main thing. The other thing I would say about training is, this is quite important. People have been asking me about young players. Mentoring. I feel it's really important. It really helps them. So I've got Kimmich, who's like absolute legend at the club, with 3 of my best young players, and it's really helped them. So you put them in a group, you just do add player, and then you add in the 4 players I've got there, and I've done a second group with more players in it, and I've got Haaland leading the way, and Nketiah, who are really good young players, and it hasn't really helped them, but it's helped the other players. You can see, look, significant. Estimated effect from groups, significant. So it's really helping them. If it comes up none, you can pull them out, and I could probably pull, I'll pull Nketiah out. I could put someone else in. Anyway, that's it for today. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. It'd be great if you could share it with some of your mates who play Football Manager. Obviously this is the Xbox version, but it's the same match engine as the real game, so if you're playing on the normal version, this will work for you as well. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe for more Football Manager content. Thanks for watching me, guys. I really appreciate it. See you next time.